YouTube is bound to crash and burn at its current pace. It's no secret that the last year has been a tumultuous one for the YouTube platform, and that controversy and failures to properly react to and respond to said controversies are pulling the website down. Whether it's PewDiePie, Jake and Logan Paul, or any other future YouTube star who messes up big time, the last year has piled on controversies that have attracted the attention of the mainstream media. You know what happens when the mainstream media blows things out of proportion, right? Then the public starts to blow things out of proportion too. And you know what happens when advertisers notice these things are happening because of a star backed by YouTube? They no longer want their brand being aligned with the issues on YouTube. And that means money gets taken away. After the PewDiePie situation in which he was portrayed as anti-Semitic over some jokes that he had made, Google saw hundreds of millions of dollars in advertisements pulled from their platform from a long list of major brands and corporations. And guess who that affected? Both YouTube and its content creators. See, when YouTube loses a huge portion of revenue like that, they have to respond. And their response was awful. They beefed up the AI that monitors and flags videos for demonetization, but it didn't make it smart enough to properly handle things. As a result, even the most minuscule, ridiculous offenses such as minor swearing can get a video demonetized. Many creators have also seen their incomes crash over the last 8 months or so, and it's bound to keep happening in the future. One major incident recently that could spark another huge overreaction would be Logan Paul making his infamous vlog in Japan in which he filmed and mocked a dead body in the woods. Not only did the video make trending, but the absolutely abhorrent nature of the video and carelessness that Logan displayed caused such a ruckus on the internet that it trended on Twitter. Virtually anyone on the internet now knows about the situation because it's so widespread. So if jokes taken out of context could cause such a massive movement against YouTube by the mainstream, why couldn't this? And what do we do if it does? Does this really spark the final dawn? And what do we do if it does? Does this really spark the dawn of the final day for YouTube as the #1 video platform online? Now let's start this part off by saying this. There is no guarantee of the future. YouTube could entirely correct their mistakes, and hopefully they do. Content creators could say that we've had enough, pack our bags, and move to other platforms. There's plenty of possibilities. But there is one thing for certain right now, and that is YouTube is on a crash collision course with the same exact problem that plagued websites and companies before it. The #1 instance? Let's take a look at MySpace, which was once the most visited website in the United States, even attracting more unique visitors than Google. It was the largest social network in the world until Facebook came around in the mid-2000s and finally overtook it in popularity around 2008. MySpace could not compete with Facebook because it dug itself in a hole. See, Facebook ultimately was a much better product than MySpace. It had more overall purposes than MySpace, it appealed to way more people, as MySpace primarily aimed towards teenagers who liked music and other means of media. Your grandma probably has a Facebook, she almost certainly does not have a MySpace account. But YouTube is currently the best product of its kind on the web. I mean, there isn't another website that can touch YouTube at what it does. But that doesn't mean that there can't be. Rumors that Amazon may be making a YouTube competitor are buzzing, as they have filed some trademarks and registered some domains that would almost guarantee the rumor. Amazon also is a company that can afford to compete with YouTube. I mean, they do it all the time, and if they developed a competitor to YouTube that had a better AI system to flag content properly, had the same if not more features than YouTube has, and offered the same opportunities for revenue for creators on YouTube, and could get people to sign up on their website, creators would probably flock to Amazon's competitor. I mean, think about it. Why would creators stick around on YouTube, earn less money, deal with the glitchiness of the website, and just wait for another major controversy that's out of their control to threaten their lifestyle if they can get their fans to join this new platform, earn the same amount if not more than they were before, and be relatively safe from faulty AI ruining their abilities to monetize content that deserves to be monetized? They wouldn't, because that's a horrible idea. And you might be asking, well, how will they be safe from controversy affecting their income on a competitor website? I mean, YouTube is obviously, you know, the big dog on the block. Well, for one simple reason. It's not the controversies themselves that lead to the issues on YouTube. It's actually just YouTube's overreactions to the controversies that are. The issues of companies pulling advertisements from YouTube could have been fixed in like 2 months, simple, and here's how, okay? YouTube gets their engineers and their code writers together in a conference and lays it out to them, okay? We want this AI to be a quality deterrent to advertising on offensive content. It needs to be comprehensive, and it needs to be able to separate crude content from controversial videos, and those two from actual guidelines breaking content. And then they can develop the AI around that. But they didn't do that here. They pulled them together and rushed out a new bot that will flag you for virtually anything and demonetize. Because let's be honest, TV never had an issue like this. You'll see a Coca-Cola advertisement after offensive movies all the time. Gore, violence, all kinds of things that have been displayed in movies will be advertised after 5 minutes of a movie, because in the end, HBO doesn't have to overreact. Even if there's controversies with some of their actors, they never have to overreact like this. And they never have. HBO has advertisements, and some of the stuff on there is 10 times as bad as it was on here. The issue wasn't the controversy, the issue was the blatant overreaction and YouTube's inability to hash things out with their advertisers. Do you really believe that these companies wanted to pull their ads off of Google and AdSense? They're the largest advertising platform on the internet. YouTube is one of the most popular websites on the internet. They lose money by not advertising on all of these sites and on this network in general. But they don't want to because they don't want their brands aligned with bad content. But if YouTube had a comprehensive AI that flagged bad content and didn't destroy the livelihood of creators who aren't really doing anything, and they approached the advertisers and actually worked things out instead of overreacting, this issue was solved last summer. However, we're still reeling from the effects of it, and YouTube has responded decently properly recently. When ElsaGate started making headlines, YouTube began to appropriately crack down on it. I mean, channels that were suspected of making content against the community guidelines, and ones that were a little bit more obvious of doing so, got deleted. Videos got flagged down when they needed to be, and the platform was able to survive the controversy without another major ad boycott. Yes, they had about a dozen advertisers pull off the website, but it wasn't hundreds of millions of dollars lost this time. But in this instance though, YouTube did not overreact. They didn't give all of the power to the advertisers to make their threat. They took it upon themselves to finally root out the issue after it being one for some time, and unfortunately, it had to go so public for them to do so. They didn't rush out a buggy AI that destroys the platform. They used their resources and their manpower to nip the issue in the bud and make ends meet. That's what they should have done. They're hiring over 10,000 more people to try and fix their problems with their website per their own reports, but we'll have to see if they can do it or not. Regardless, YouTube overreacting and giving the control away to the advertisers is what's really setting them on that collision course. Because MySpace made the same exact mistake. MySpace panicked and they gave all control away to both Facebook and to the advertisers. However, their situation was clearly a little bit different. YouTube gave power to advertisers by sucking up to them and overreacting and putting the blame on the creators first. MySpace gave power to advertisers because they needed revenue so bad to compete with Facebook that they would literally run any advertisements, even ones that led to spam and malware websites. Why did MySpace do this? Because they overreacted. Once Facebook started to globalize and become a global network, MySpace tried to do the same. They plundered money into new offices all around the world and operated in these markets at huge losses, which obviously, if you're a company, is not a good sign. They had to turn to these spam advertisements to not go bankrupt, and this gave the power to Facebook. Facebook did not rely on ad revenue. Facebook could take its foot off the gas, and because it was already growing so rapidly that 1, it wasn't having issues with cash. 2, it didn't really need to worry about overtaking MySpace. And 3, MySpace was beginning to destroy itself trying to compete. In the end, MySpace overreacted by creating all of these new offices and splurging money to operate at a loss. They overreacted by allowing any and all ads to generate themselves revenue, and they also overreacted by giving Google AdSense $900 million in an advertisement deal for quick cash that would hurt the website down the road. Because MySpace was already full of junk ads, that was basically all you really saw on MySpace. Now the user experience for years would virtually just be staring at advertisements in a phone book. Facebook once again had no issue garnering money. It was growing massively, and it didn't depend on advertisements as its bread and butter source of revenue. And while this scenario isn't the exact same as YouTube's issue, I mean, it's about as true as a comparison that we can make. MySpace overreacting wasn't the true reason that they failed. If anything, it was just them nailing their own coffin shut. The real issue came with the issues on their website, and YouTube clearly isn't a perfectly functioning website itself. I mean, MySpace had basically one use for teenage kids who really liked music, movies, entertainment, things like that. On Facebook, you can literally talk about anything, you can play games, you can interact with friends all around the world, way more usage, way better UI, and overall was just way more useful and a better product. All it takes is one competitor to come along, have the same basic function that you do, but do it and other enticing things better, and it's literally over with for your company. Overreacting in the business world means you die. Sure, hundreds of millions of dollars lost in the snap of your fingers will drive you to want to overreact, but you can't do that. You can't throw a book of options at the problem. You need to open it up and find a solution that will fit properly and work. YouTube hasn't done that, and MySpace and other companies before did not do that, because not only has it severely damaged YouTube, it has destroyed its reputation with its own creators. The backlash from the community has been so immense that many creators have straight ditched the platform for others like Twitch and Vimeo. And why would you blame them? They can make a living streaming on Twitch. It's hard for them to make a living off of YouTube now, and it's YouTube's fault. It's their job to make sure that their creators are being paid, and they overreacted and dropped the ball when the business world told them to keep their wits about them and develop sensible AI to combat the issues advertisers had with the platform. Instead of doing that, they rushed out garbage and they failed to redeem their status and end the adpocalypse. Now, with whispers of Amazon creating another video platform, which obviously, if marketed and built right, could compete with YouTube, they can't overreact. They have issues to fix, and if they cannot fix them, and Amazon really does make this good competitor, it could spell the MySpace effect for YouTube. Now YouTube, I'm going to give you a few ideas free of charge on how you can not only fix your advertisement issues, but also mend the damage with your own community and to diversify your income so that if advertisers keep pulling out, you'll be at least more covered and won't need to overreact. Number 1, fire Susan Wojcicki or make her take a lesser position. She hasn't been a good CEO for YouTube. Since she's come to power as the chief executive officer, YouTube has progressively gotten worse as a platform. She's had great decisions for Google in the past, but her job as CEO for YouTube has gone very sour, and someone new is needed in her place. And also, perhaps doing that will not only shake things up, but it will send a message to advertisers that you're serious about changing up YouTube. This could help advertisers come back to the platform. Number 2, you need a new AI system all the way across the board. I've already said this, but the current AI will flag and demonetize videos at will en masse. It doesn't do well in differentiating harmless, vulgar, or edgy content from actual violations of the community guidelines or from actual serious problems. A whole new system needs implemented from flagging and reporting content, reporting other users, and reporting videos that is comprehensive and designed to be gentle but effective. Number 3, you have to fix the issues with demonetization occurring in situations where it should not. Now, I've always thought there could be an idea here. I propose a system that when a video is flagged by the AI for demonetization, it doesn't actually become instantly demonetized. See, the current system is set up. Once the video is deemed ineligible for demonetization by the bot, no more ads or limited ads will run on the content. You can appeal this decision, but it may take days or weeks for the humans to review the video and remonetize. Plus, it must hit a 1,000 view threshold. This means that the content creators are quite literally paying for your AI's mistake. Imagine having a 50,000 subscriber channel, getting 30,000 views on each video, maybe 20 videos, a month, 600,000 views. That could equal hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. It depends on, a bunch of factors, but, that's a pretty stable living for a lot of people, especially if they have multiple channels or they have their incomes already diversified. However, all of your videos now are becoming demonetized at about, 20 to 100 views, can't be reviewed until 1,000 views, and they aren't being reinstated until they hit 25,000 views. You're losing almost all of your money off of all of your videos, and your videos are probably not even bad enough to be actually demonetized. So with my proposed system, when the AI detects that a video should be demonetized, the decision is held until a human reviews it. That means that full ads run on the video but aren't paid out until the video is reviewed and proven monetizable. This means that your creators no longer have to pay for faulty mistakes, and in turn, it allows those 30,000 view videos to make the money they rightfully deserve to make, and you still have the ability to demonetize content rightfully and keep the money out of the hands of bad people. Creators no longer are paying for the mistakes, you keep money out of hands of people violating terms of service and guidelines, and your communities and your advertisers will be much happier. Number 4, diversify your income more. I like what you're doing with YouTube Red, but at its current state, I'm not sure if you're going to garner enough subscriptions to make it able to defend you from your advertiser. $9.99 a month is not a horrible asking price for 0 ads, YouTube Music, YouTube Red series, and offline videos. The issue is that, you know, let's be honest, I mean, YouTube Music is not a very viable product, and you guys know that. That's why in March you're likely going to be debuting a new music streaming service called Remix. However, Remix cannot be like YouTube Music. See, YouTube Music plays music videos off of YouTube. That means you can get those super low quality songs uploaded by some random person as the song that you actually want to hear, and not an official quality version of the song. You need to make your music streaming service come with YouTube Red, but make it something like Spotify or Apple Music, because even though you're trying to compete with them, they're providing way better products than you still are, and they're charging the same price as YouTube Red. So I do think that you guys bundling Remix or YouTube Music, hopefully as a better product with YouTube Red, is a very good idea and will definitely probably get you more subscriptions. But what if someone wants Red, but they don't care about the benefits on YouTube? They just want those music benefits. Why would they not just go spend their money on Spotify or Apple Music, since, you know, they're the superior music streaming products? They're offering the same price. I don't hate YouTube, I really don't. I've loved YouTube since I was 8 years old watching YouTube Poops and the Duck Song. But at age 17, this platform is now my primary source of income. I've got thousands of subscribers, and this platform is failing me and other content creators because of poor decisions and general lack of ability to fix their own issues. I can't say that I'll stay on this platform if a competitor really shows up to compete with YouTube, because as a creator for nearly 6 years now, I felt that, you know, over the last year, YouTube generally does not care about me. I feel like they don't care about me and other content creators and whether or not we can make a living doing what we're passionate about. Susan is worth over $400 million. What does she have to lose if YouTube begins to fall apart? She could build a new house stacked out of 24 karat gold and live in it if the platform failed. But the point is, I don't want it to fail. I want it to thrive, and I want it to work better for all of them. I know sometimes it looks like, you know, YouTube's really gonna fall apart any moment now, but I mean, it can still fix its issues, and I've already laid out multiple ways for them to fix issues and make this a better platform for everybody, including Google. Because let's be honest, them fixing their issues means more money for them means more money for the creators for the creators means more videos and more happy viewers and creators, and an overall better community, and it also gives everybody more money to invest back into the platform. While YouTube is in a bad situation right now, it can be fixed before the collision really happens. Right now they're deer in the headlights, but I really hope that they can get off the road. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter and Twitch, merch and other links are in the description below, and until my next video guys, this is Optimus, signing